welcome back to our podcast.
Today is episode 15, I believe. We've really been going up in episode numbers and also subscriber numbers. So
welcome if you're new here. I'm Bella.
I'm Cello.
This is our podcast. It's called The Normal Podcast. We just chat about,
normal stuff.
Just
or whatever comes to mind.
It's usually just some lighthearted, cozy conversations.
You'll know if you're not new here that we start with our catch-up segment, so we're going to do that. And then we're going to get into today's topic, which I'm kind of excited for. I don't know if I had that many good ideas, but we'll see.
Okay, so for catching up, we have a lot to catch you guys up on because
a real podcast in a month.
Right after the wedding.
From the wedding to now.
Yeah, so basically we've just been living our best summer life. We only have a few weeks of absolute chill until we get into our summer class. So we've been absolutely chilling, just going to the pool.
Our routine has been reading. Wake up, go to 8:30 mass, stay for 15 minutes at least afterwards, after mass, and read our holy books, pray, contemplate, then come back, make ourselves a little brekkie, go onto the turf and read. I've been editing a lot because I had to get that boys podcast out, which that video was hard to edit, let me tell you. Okay, and then we'd go on the turf and read, go
do our hobbies, listen to our audiobooks, play piano, play our instruments. We've been basically June and July is all of our nieces' birthdays. They're all really close together in June. So we've been celebrating that, and this week we're going to have more celebrations. One of our nieces' birthday is actually on 4th of July. So
we're getting
bounce house for that. And so we've been celebrating that. We've been we threw our summer dinner party, which was really awesome, and we vlogged it, so you guys are going to see that. It's really fulfilled all of our expectations.
It was Fruit Farms themed, so yeah, we really took inspiration from all those reels that are POV, you made a Fruit Farms themed party, and then it's really awesome. That's what we did. And also we went to the pool every day. We went to the pool with our nieces and nephews on Fruit Farms Day. That was a long day. Dove off the high dive, people. Okay, face my fears. I haven't dove off the high dive since I was 12. Probably.
Really? I feel like we probably did it last year.
Last year?
Yes.
No, I didn't do last year. I've been too scared ever since. There was one summer where I would just do it, just be getting super good at it. But then you get up there at the beginning of the summer and you're just oh, this is really high, and then it hurts your head. I literally thought my pinky toe got broken when I did it because I over-rotated, which is exactly what I feared, was over-rotating.
But our nieces and nephews were there, and our nephew is usually pretty scared to get in the water, so he was freaking out. And then we were if you go in the pool, I'll jump off the high dive. And I was fully thought he was scared. I was you're not getting in the pool, so I don't have to do this. And then he did, so then we felt like we had to do it, and it's just the perfect moment to do it when they're all watching because they were
cheering. It was so cute. I could hear them from across the pool. Also, we went on a spontaneous little first beach day of summer.
But it was more like a beach 2 hours. It was pretty vibes with Catholic Finance Bro. You should go follow. And yeah, he took us to the beach for a couple hours. It was a little bit cloudy, but it was super warm, which was weird.
It felt like we were on the East Coast or something. It was humid too.
And there was a ton of people there, but
people watching, honestly. And also, for some reason, they were more mellow. I feel like
yeah,
we're both getting over sickness.
Maybe it's because of the clouds.
Yeah, because of the clouds, and they're all just chilling on their towels. I was like, what happened to you guys all being feral usually?
Yeah. And yeah, we went to that beach day. That's kind of when we all started getting sick that beach day because we were kind of pushing it a little bit. We were doing a lot of stuff.
The next day I had work, and then the next day we had a babysit. Oh, we had that babysitting. Iconic.
Oh my gosh.
It was so fun.
It was so iconic. We had to babysit in the middle of the day at a time where we normally don't, and we were I was keeping the kids on a strict schedule. I was we're getting the summer vibes into it.
We were doing a summer themed babysitting, which was on our summer bucket list. If you watched that. So we did temporary tattoos. I did a butterfly on my shoulder, watch remember. And I did a rose underneath my watch, where my watch chain is, which, by the way, look at this watch chain. It's honestly been disturbing my peace lately. I'm what am I going to do? I just have to wear a watch for the rest of my life all the time?
Mine's gone. You really just have to get it burnt, apparently.
Yeah, but then we filled up the kiddie pool. We were
we had corn dogs.
They had popsicles before the corn dogs.
Oh yeah, they had popsicles while they played in the water, and they're making rain showers in the backyard. And then we got them all in their jammies, cleaned up the house. Then we have a little tiny fireplace. We made little s'mores.
Fire pit, which honestly, the price per use on this thing is great. I highly recommend getting one. It's a mini fire pit, about as big as something that's this big.
Like a Morton salt.
Yeah, but like a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
Like a jumbo-sized Morton salt.
Yeah.
I put in little tiny tumbleweeds and timber blocks, and then light it. And, two godmos. We can tell you about these.
Oh my gosh.
First, when, as I said, they had popsicles. We were giving them the popsicles, and Delaney, the second oldest,
my goddaughter,
she was like, I need a purple popsicle. And they used to make the wrappers on the popsicles, like, you could see through them, so I used to just check on the sign and then be like, okay, this one's purple, here, you can have it. Apparently they changed the packaging, because now it's completely white, like,
opaque.
You cannot see. Yeah, it's opaque. You cannot see. So, there's four children, 4 popsicles, and I'm not opening another one if she doesn't get purple, like, she's gonna have to get what she gets and not get upset. So I was like, opening it, okay, red, going to Deegan, red, going to Pia, orange, going to Vera, okay, and then the last one I was like, you have to pray, because if this isn't purple, you're not getting purple, like, you're gonna have to pray about it. And she did, and I opened up, it was purple. I was like, this is crazy. I said, did you see that? Did you see that? And then Deegan came running over, who's the oldest. I think he's the only one who's, like, really noticing what's going on. He was, like, in awe, too. So then later,
we were making the campfire, and it was a super windy night, so we were kind of nervous about making it, like, it was not going to light at all. And
yeah, so we're lighting match after match.
Literally lighting, like, 7 matches, and they just keep going out. And then Deegan recalls the popsicle, and he goes, maybe we should pray about it. And I said, yeah, you should all say a Hail Mary.
So then all the kids start saying Hail Mary together while I'm lighting match after match.
And then, boom, a flame. Right when we finished the Hail Mary. I kid you not. We finished the Hail Mary, and a flame comes out of nowhere. And Deegan was just, he was in awe.
And the crazy thing is, he's really not that shooketh. He was like, yeah, I knew that was going to happen.
Yeah. Because he has faith of a mustard seed through.
Yeah, the faith of little children is really incredible. But that was our 2 godmos, and then it was so fun. We had s'mores. First s'more of the season, hits like no other, even if your chocolate's not really that melty enough or something.
And we were teaching them how to get it nice and charry. They all got their, we used, innovative moment, we used the corn dog sticks, because we were like, what are we going to use as skewers?
And then it made them finish their dinner, too, or like, try to finish their dinner, because we were like, we need your sticks for the s'mores.
So then they used the corn dog sticks to warm up the marshmallows, and they were all pretty much just having a good time heating up the marshmallows and eating the marshmallows, but we were like,
oh my gosh, we're not heating them up. We had the marshmallow bag on the table, and the smallest one, Vera, was just...
Vera wasn't really getting the point of a s'more, because
she had a s'more in one end, and then was just eating the marshmallows. Was like, nah, I'm going to be just raw. Yeah, but it was vibes. And then we went inside karaoke mic for a second. Oh, yeah. Pia performed some Let It Go, some Frozen songs.
And then we watched Barbie Mermaidia. Such a good one. But we only got like 10 minutes in before the parents got back, because they were really gone for only like
3 hours. That's why we were on a strict schedule. Yeah. You gotta get your core mems in.
That was really, really fun. This week we've just been kind of sick a little bit, kind of
doing that same routine. Mm-hmm. We go to the pool every day we try to get there within the 2 o'clock hour, because that's before all of, like, the kids or everyone shows up, because that's when it opens. Enjoying the pool, jumping off the high dive again, dove again. Okay, so even though I rotated the first time, I dove again. I've been conquering my fear. I need to get my legs together. Mm-hmm. You don't want to look like Wendy Peppercorn. That dive is trash.
Yeah, that dive is trash.
Oh, I read a really good book.
Yeah, she read a really good book that she's been raving about. I'm going to read next week.
I'm kind of getting over the, like, post-book, like, high, but right when I finished it and while I was reading it, I was just so, like, into it. You know, when you're just in it, and it's a middle grade, but for teens, and it's called Okay for Now by Gary Schmidt, and I just highly recommend reading it. I think that it really hits all the bases. It's just, like, heart-wrenching.
This is great.
This is just the kind of book I need right now. You're laughing at it. It's giving, like, Stargirl, but then also, like, a touch of
The Outsiders.
Yeah, it has that touch of The Outsiders. Just all those little feel-good, nostalgic moments, and then you're laughing. It's new. It's just, it was so good. Okay,
I'm so excited because
that's the feeling that
I haven't had a book like that in so long. Like, I feel like all my books have been very kind of literarily good, where I read them, and when I'm reading them, I'm like, wow, this is such good writing, but it's not the
like
thing where you're, like, getting into it.
Yeah, that's the thing about this book. It's not like it's not like Ellen Montgomery, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, she's not writing about the scene because it's first person. It's an 8th grader that's supposed to be writing. So, but I've really been into that kind of writing lately, where it's a child speaking, and they're speaking like they were just telling you a story. Like, the whole time he keeps saying, I'm not lying, and I'm not lying when I tell you this. Like, it's exactly how it would feel if someone was telling you a story from the 60s, and it's just fun to read.
It's also a good summer feel.
Mm-hmm.
Just that casual.
It's a good, yeah.
Like, in the air conditioning, just reading a book like that. Mm-hmm. This week, I've been reading Grace Livingston Hill, and also my Sacred Heart book, Devotion to the Sacred Heart, which yesterday was the Feast of the Sacred Heart. And if you haven't, like, really read about the Sacred Heart or tried to foster devotion to that, I highly recommend that, because it's just really, honestly, always I've kind of had this, like, affection for the Sacred Heart every time I've seen things about St. Margaret Mary or anything like that. It's just kind of stood out to me. Yeah, and the picture we have in the sunroom, recently we got that, but, like, even when I was little and I saw that in my missal about the Sacred Heart, I just have always had, like, I've been drawn to it, so I have been always wanting to read a book like this. And it was I read one, it's called Devotion to the Sacred Heart. It's like the book on it. And it's basically just breaks down how to love the Sacred Heart more and prepare for the Feast of the Sacred Heart. And
and speaking of which, on the Sacred Heart Solemnity, which was Meat Friday, we which I'll let you finish, but I'll
let you finish.
I'm actually sweating. It's like 80 degrees.
Yeah, you are sweating. Are you? I haven't been sweaty recently because I'm sick. So
yeah, like, the sick has high tax. It really taxes your body. I made a Sacred Heart omelet on the morning of Sacred Heart Feast.
It's also
really proud of it.
Yeah, but anyway, I just recommend sort of just, honestly, you don't even need to read a book about it. Just pray to the Sacred Heart and think about the Sacred Heart and think about the Eucharist and how much Jesus loves us, that he stayed here all the time for us when there was absolutely no need for him to do that. And he's in the churches alone most of the time. So if you just think about that and try to stir up your love for the Sacred Heart, it's just really good for your soul.
On the Sacred Heart Feast Day, during Mass and when we were praying, we went for an hour before and prayed. The graces were really flowing for me. Like, I was feeling, what's the word? Consolation or whatever, but tenfold. Like, I was, like, feeling it, like, it felt like a rush of adrenaline a little bit. Like, the whole Mass, the whole time I was praying, I was just like, you know, when you can really just feel Jesus loving back, I was really feeling that the entire time. And it set my whole day off on, like, a good, just, no. And I was just really excited. I was wearing my Sacred Heart outfit. I was just really excited to hear about the Sacred Heart. But, yeah, also yesterday, which
was our dad and our sister's birthday, which June 27th is a really popular day to have a birthday. But we went to Cheesecake Factory. We got a cheesecake, ate it by the sunset. It was so vibes.
Ooh, and cheesecake. It's just something that I always see people eating on Instagram Reels, and I just have a hankering for it. And I finally got to fulfill that hankering.
Rich and decadent.
And
it's just the epitome of, like, it's the epitome of, like, an indulgent treat. And having it while watching the most beautiful summer sunset.
California sunset.
It was perfect moment. And
also our sister Emma, who you saw the vlog of getting married, she came back for a day before going to Missouri, where she lives now.
That was when we did the dinner party.
Yeah, so we had a one-day little celebration. Again, happy and sad at the same time, but it's cool to see her moving on to her new life. And, like, now I'm really active on text, or really active in my standards. Like, I have never checked my text before, but now, okay, you've never even met Cello. No.
I just be seeing a text and responding.
Yeah, I laugh, I respond. I don't even think twice about it. I'm not getting insecure, okay? I'm just texting.
This is the summer of texting.
And we have a lot of siblings, so that's a full-time job. There's like 10,000 different chats, okay? So I'm just saying, I'm not to toot my own horn, but, like, it's a lot of work and I'm doing it.
Not to mention our real job and our secondary job that we don't get paid for.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. We love you. But it would be good to hit 1,000 by the end of the summer.
Yeah, okay. So subscribe. Okay, now we're going to get into our topic of the week. If you felt like that wasn't enough catching up and you want to just see more of this golden summer vibes, get ready because the vlogs are coming and they're all going to be iconic as usual. So, you know, we're just giving you a little taste on the podcast. This week's topic is propaganda I'm not falling for. You may have seen this on TikTok or Instagram. It's basically people are just posting a list of things that, like, the media is pushing or ads are pushing or anything like that they're not buying into. So that's what this topic is going to be about. Again, remember, it's not that deep. So disclaimer, it's my opinion. Yeah. That's my opinion! It's my opinion. And also, these are just funny, fun things that we wrote down in like 5 minutes. We didn't really put full thought into them. So if there's any that's a little bit undeveloped,
where you're just like,
it's
okay, that's stupid, then that's fine. It probably is stupid.
Yeah, and we're okay with hearing a little bit of disagreement in conversation. What's the word? Like debates in the comments, but also not too much. Okay.
But yes, please comment down below why
any propaganda you're not falling for and what you have to say about the propaganda we're not falling for. Some of these are controversial. Okay, get ready. But remember, it's my opinion and it's not that deep. So the first propaganda I'm not falling for is antiperspirant is killing you. I have heard this so much. People are always telling me,
I'm not falling for that.
Like, oh, you're going to get cancer or something. I put on deodorant so much, too, because I do after I work out, and then I put it on at night. So, I've been using Ban, which is really good, or Bon, as some people call it. But it's really good, and it makes me actually not smell myself ever, which is great, and doesn't even have a scent. It's great. And I just personally don't believe that it's killing me or that it's doing anything that harmful, because maybe these words will come back to bite me in the butt maybe one day. I don't know, but my mom has been using...
I'm smelling good, and I'm not having rash from organic stuff, and I'm enjoying it.
So. Yeah, and I'm not having, like, weird creamy textures or just, like, low-key smelling bad all the time from natural stuff. And my mom has been using Ban since basically it was made, and nothing has happened to her so far.
I don't know what's happening.
So that's my first one. Antiperspirant is killing you. I'm not buying that.
Okay, I'm gonna go from the bottom up. I don't know if the last one I played is like way too controversial.
Again, I don't think that's too controversial.
Okay, my first one, which is technically my last one that I wrote down, is Gracie Abrams saying she has no ab routine. I'm sorry, I don't believe that. She said, I swear on my life. I'm like, okay, maybe you don't have an ab routine, but I know you be doing the running on the treadmill, singing your songs or whatever you have to do to be on tour. That counts. Okay, that counts as an ab routine. And I've seen those abs. Those don't just pop out of nowhere, okay?
Yeah. Honestly, and the whole idea of being like, this is natural. It's like, that's not even as cool as being like, yeah, I worked for these abs. So I don't really get it. I mean, I know her point of like, there's a bunch of commentary on women's body. I understand people talking about women's body, which I do get that. Like, there is a lot of just commentary on that in the media, which is kind of weird. But at the same time, it's like you have insane abs, so people are gonna be asking about it. Not to mention, you always have them out. Like, she's always wearing a crop top. I'm like, wearing a crop top, even when she's wearing a full size shirt. She lifts up her shirt to show her abs. Like, she'll be walking on the street with like her shirt lifted up. Why? Because you want everyone to see your abs. So
that you probably worked for. Why would you be so proud of them if you didn't work for them? I'm sorry. I'm just calling her bluff. Maybe I'm bearing false witness. Hopefully not. This is just my propaganda. I'm not falling.
My next one is... this is another controversial one. Self-love culture. You know, of like, just love yourself, put yourself first. How do you feel comfortable? It'll make you feel happy. It'll make you feel good.
You have to do what's best for you. It's like,
this is not what life's about. I hate to break it to you. That's what's making you so discontent and unhappy, is focusing on just what you want all the time and how comfortable you are. No. Just try focusing on others, God.
Specifically God. I think it turns into sort of a self-idolatry where you're always just racing after some sort of like perfect life that's never going to happen, because we're not meant to be in this life. We're meant to be in another life. This is getting deeper than I expected, but like, I just have to say it. It's like, you're never going to be a perfect circle here, because God is the other half. Like, you have to be in heaven. So just,
yeah. And I just think like, it's become so normalized in today's day and age on Instagram and stuff, where people are just like, love yourself, appreciate yourself. No, you need to be there for yourself all the time, that it's like, okay, but people are getting so obsessed with themselves now that
they're starting to hate themselves.
They're starting to hate themselves. They're starting to like almost invent problems because they're just so hyper focused on themselves. But just
to a healthy extent, yes, you have to love yourself. You have to love yourself as a child of God.
But and you have to have like dignity and self-respect.
That's like a princess of God, but a princess of God doesn't obsess over things. He clothes the birds of the air. Why are you gonna have anxiety about it? You know? You know what I mean?
Yes.
My next one is big servings of everything at high prices. This is an American thing, I know. Maybe not, though.
Maybe it's just a Californian thing, honestly, because when we went to North Carolina, I noticed they had a lot of mini sizes.
Yes. Here, no mini sizes to be seen.
Except at McDonald's.
Except in McDonald's,
the mini McFlurry is perfect size.
It's the perfect size. Perfect little treat. Also, we tried the s'mores McFlurry. That's something else that has happened in the last 2 weeks.
Oh my gosh, and it was so good.
Delectable. We got it DoorDashed here. And when I tell you it's the best.
And the marshmallows are like Lucky Charms.
Also, life hack. Before I ordered this McDelivery, I called every single McDonald's within a 12-mile radius and asked them if their ice cream machine was working, because I was not about to take that chance of them just showing up with an empty drink carrier. Yes, that has happened to me before. They just show up with an empty drink carrier, no McFlurries inside. It's like they're rubbing it in or something. Anyway, back to my original point. Having a shake that's this big, ridiculous.
You're never drinking that.
You're not drinking that.
I guarantee you haven't even drunk that much water today.
The waste that occurs because of it, and just for me personally, I want to have my own thing and then just finish it. I've always been like that, where I just want to like sit down. I want to have my own self-serve type meal, finish it, be done. I don't want leftovers. I don't want like, this huge plate of stuff where I'm just like, oh, like it just overwhelms me. I just want a normal sized thing. You know, they don't make these things for normal sized people.
When I go to restaurants, I always try to order off the kids menu or split something. Because the portion sizing, it's just ridiculous.
And then it's like $25. It's like, yeah, obviously it's going to be that much because you're serving an entire village.
Yeah. Gym culture, I'll never be into it.
Oh, I said this one. I said hustle culture / diet culture.
Okay.
So these all
hustle culture is different than gym culture. Gym culture is like, how much are you lifting? Like, just what kind of workouts do you do? Just constantly talking about working out and like going to the gym.
I say just find a routine, do it. And then don't talk about it, like, or do, but not around me.
I just find gym talk really, I don't know, it's off-putting.
You should be off-putting.
You shouldn't say that. That's off-putting.
You should be off-putting. Because you're fat.
It's just like, it's another one of those things where it's like, we low-key idolize this in our culture of like working out and being
healthy,
a certain and even being healthy. And this was another one that
same thing as diet culture, where like the crunchy thing of being like organic and stuff,
or like also you need to hit this much protein or anything. It's just like we are just making this so much
bigger than it is. Like back in the day, they would just
walk to each other's houses,
work in the field, you know? Yeah, and like walk to each other's houses back in Jane Austen. But
you do have to have physical activity. I'm not discounting.
I'm not dissing working out in general. We're dissing like gym
culture, like it becoming
the center of your existence,
your personality.
So yeah, hustle culture for me. I literally this is the first thing I wrote a paper on in college was hustle culture and why it's bad. And in some ways it's good. I love that America is a hardworking country, but I just mean like where it gets to the level. Sometimes there's like sides of Instagram which they can be inspirational, but then to
it's kind of like your sticker book.
Yeah, it's like my sticker book. One of my stickers says, I can't do this, but I'm doing it anyway, or something, and stuff like that. I'm just like, what? Okay, this is unhealthy, you know?
Just because with our past life, if you know us, you know that we
like,
have gone through really obsessive stages.
Yeah,
where
like,
really
first grade, I was writing every single minute of what I was doing. Don't since day one, and then suddenly I just realized, this is not what life's about. Okay, I'm trying to enjoy myself. I don't want to like have to list out everything I did for you and just feel super accomplished that I had such a productive day. You know, I just want to feel that I did my best. I know it sounds cheesy, but it's just true. Also, it's becoming like a side plot of hustle culture. Is like work so hard that everyone you hate is jealous of you. I'm like, okay, what?
You sound like this. You just said all 7 deadly sins.
Yeah, you sound like that guy in a superhero or something, in a superhero movie or something.
I am falling for slow living, enjoying the little things, romanticizing that. That's me core. Next, corsets are cute as clothing.
They're not.
I'm not into undergarment style.
We also just to list a couple more off, string bikinis. I'm sorry. I don't really appreciate them.
Mhm.
We were just at the beach, as we said, when it was all crowded.
And there was
Trust
a
me,
summer there
the
where
90s are back.
everyone was wearing high-waisted,
Yeah, there's
almost
that
full
one
coverage.
summer.
Mhm.
Full coverage was
And I remember
was in.
just appreciating it. And I'm loving the long jean shorts look. I like the modesty in that, but when you go to the beach,
Yikes. And also, booty. Just the 90s are back in full force. I kid you not. You know the guy in Princess Diaries who pulls the boat in and he has his sunglasses on? That guy was at the beach. I was like, what was happening?
Yeah, he literally looked like they did tips. His friend had dyed hair.
It's very
I'm pretty sure they were wearing like that shirt he wears.
Yeah.
it's really weird.
It's crazy.
I don't know how to feel about it.
And also trucker hats. Someone just sent this through the girls' chat. It's just like that doesn't really look right on your head, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But teach his own if it makes you feel confident.
Yeah,
that one's like I don't really care that much because it's not like violating any of my personal moral laws. But
there's a lot of things on here I have that it's just propaganda. I'm not falling for it. I don't necessarily have passionate feelings about it.
Yeah, like I'm not falling for it. You can fall for it. I don't care.
Mm-hmm. Two that kind of go together: sparkling water and Diet Coke. Two propagandas I will never fall for.
You're not falling for Diet Coke? I might be going off the deep end with that one. I'm kind of falling for Diet Coke.
I just don't think it tastes good. It tastes like and also I don't really know how I feel about
I don't think you think any soda tastes good though.
No, I don't think Dr. Pepper tastes good. I think regular Coke tastes good.
You think regular Coke tastes better than Diet Coke? Yes. There's no question about that.
Diet Coke tastes like
next episode we're gonna have two back to back with.
I'll be able to tell.
She's gonna have to tell.
I'll be able to tell. Are you kidding? This is no question. But basically, I don't really know how you feel about drinking stuff that isn't actually anything. Like it's no calories, no sugar, and there's nothing in it. But it also makes you feel full. It's kind of like a weird thing.
It feels hungry. It feels dystopian.
Yeah, exactly. It's exactly.
Sparkling water, I don't really have any problems with it.
All of my family drinks sparkling water.
I'm just water is fine,
Mm-hmm. And when I drink sparkling water, I gag. Like it makes me
feel like I'm drinking alcohol or something.
This is one of the ones that I'm not really I don't really have that passionate feelings about. But Stanley water bottles. Oh my gosh, let's have more loud cars go by. Yeah.
Probably again, I'm not falling for loud. I think I just like saying that phrase.
Yeah. Okay. Sip and glug. Wallows are great, but Stanley's, first I wasn't falling for them because they leak all the time, which is just ridiculous. They're a little bit huge.
That problem now.
They kind of take up a lot of space.
They're huge.
And I don't know, I just have never really seen the appeal in them. I'm kind of
I don't know why
a little
they
bit
blow up
obnoxious.
So much.
But also, I can see when people have their keychain and their Stanley, it's like a vibe, you know.
It's like oh, you're that kind of person. So yeah, it's just something that I am personally fall for.
Visula.
Sweaty upper lip alert.
We've got ourselves a Sula. Sweaty upper lip alert.
The college experience.
That's a controversial one.
That might be controversial. I feel like it's not with my generation. We're getting less and less.
Charlie Kirk, my guy.
My guy, Charlie Kirk. You be talking about this. I just don't think that college is meant to be an experience. I think it's a privilege where you learn. I don't think that you need to go to college to go be in a frat and waste your money on a job that you're never going to get, you know?
Yeah, on a degree that doesn't help you get a job. I don't really know how I feel about just the whole school system at this point in my life because,
I'm having an existential crisis every time I go to school.
It is kind of weird that, we don't really have any time or anything dedicated to think about what you want to do with your life. Here's some time to,
it's like what
really channel.
Pre-freak out Kanye said.
Yes.
Just take it a second and figure out what you want to do with your life.
Exactly.
I always tell people college is a choice. High school is a necessity. There's so many people that are majoring in stuff. People go to school and they're spending $8,000, $10,000 a year, $15,000, and they have no idea what they want. Just stop. Wait a second before you sign all those loans, before you put yourself in debt for the rest of your life, and say, what do I want to do with my life? Sometimes you just need a couple years after high school just to get yourself together.
That clip pretty much sums up all my feelings about college and everything.
Because it's weird that you just go from high school and then everyone's like, next step, you're spending $100,000 on college and you're going to go live there and not really even know what you're doing, and you're wasting your money, and you're not going to use that degree.
And it's so much money. Think about that. $100,000, and that's kind of on the low end these days. and you're going to be there for 4 years. That's definitely on the low end these days. And what are you doing? You don't really know.
You're spending it on an experience.
What? And also, yeah, like you probably had fun experiences, but $100,000 worth of fun?
Debatable.
Probably made friends, but
Couldn't you have made those friends without spending $100,000?
Debatable.
Yeah, we could talk about this forever. We gotta move on.
Yeah, we gotta move on. It's something I've been thinking about a lot lately because it's really at the forefront of my life. Mixing metals is tacky.
Yeah,
that's propaganda.
That's propaganda.
I'm not applying for.
That is propaganda, and it's the propaganda of not voting. No, what I'm saying is like that's literal, propaganda. Like it's fake. I feel like no one actually thinks mixing metals is tacky.
But some people do.
Really? Mm-hmm. I feel like it's out to think that.
Yeah, no, mixing metals is not tacky. I always wear this. Is my consecration bracelet, silver. I'm wearing gold earrings right now. Like, also, oh my gosh, I forgot to tell you guys, I've lost everything in my life. But all of a sudden, I don't know what it is, but
St. Anthony
has been snatching stuff.
Reverse doing his job.
Long story short, my rosary bracelet, my ring, my earring, my gift, my veil,
everything's gone.
Things are just vanishing on a daily basis, and it's really weird.
Trying to detach
and it's okay because we're detached around here. It's so hot.
Clearly, she's very detached.
Very detached. Controversial alert: gender swap and race swap movies. I don't even think I need to talk about that. We're just gonna move on.
Yeah, we're just gonna leave that there.
When people discourage naps or act like naps aren't good for you or whatever.
That was one of mine. Dang it.
That's one of yours?
Yes, shebang. Okay, this girl's 25 and I'm like 10. Okay. Yeah, nap slander was one of mine. When people act like they're unhealthy or you should only be taking 20-minute naps. 20 minutes? Okay, that's not a nap. That's like a cat.
That's like a blink.
A nap is 2 hours at least.
I'm sorry, some people can't get 8 hours of sleep every night, so then you take a nap
or you can and you take a nap too because you're tired and early. Yeah. What's the problem?
Honestly.
Yeah, my girl. Hold my water bottle, okay? DCU greater than MCU. You could tell I was getting heated about that in the boys' podcast because I am. Okay, the boys always try to tell me that DCU is better than the MCU. Batman, that's all they bring up. Christopher Nolan, Christian Bale, Batman. You can't have. I even wrote this. I wrote this. I'm sorry, but 3 good movies that barely count. Christian Bale, Batman. He's not the Batman in the actual Justice League movies. Doesn't cut it. The Infinity Saga is better. Okay, sorry. I mean, it's not better than those 3 trilogies. Comes close though. Okay,
definitely comes close.
All I'm saying is the Christopher Nolan Batman. Like he's not even in. Christian Bale is not even in Justice League. He's not even the Batman that's in Justice League. He's a completely different universe. I'm talking about the DC universe where they have Justice League and all those same characters playing the same people. They're not as good. And you can tell just because you can't even picture them. Okay, if I was to bring up, Spider-Man with all 3 Spider-Mans in it right now, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Because it's iconic. Okay? Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr., iconic.
He made superheroes. Like,
he made superheroes blueprint.
Yes, exactly. And you can't, like, Marvel made the blueprint.
Iron Man built this.
It was a box of scraps.
Tony Stark was able to build this in a cave with a box of scraps.
And when you watch DC movies, you realize that they're low-key rip-offs
of everything.
Of Marvel movies.
I watched Justice League, Snyder's Cut. I watched the Snyder's Cut, okay? Like I was a fan or something.
And it's a good thing that was cut.
I did have a sub one on this one. Team Iron Man, I mean, not for Civil War, he's kind of whack, trying to sign them away to the government, but I just mean, when it comes down to Cap and Iron Man, anyone who's Team Cap, you're canceled, because Iron Man, at the end of the day, you're not the one who would be the one to put his life down on the line. Who put his life down on the line? It was Iron Man, okay? And what did Cap do? He got to go live his best life. Leave Bucky.
I get the feeling you got everything you wanted.
And you're not wasting time stuck here like me.
I have a feeling you got everything you wanted, and you're not wasting time stuck here like me.
So we could literally have an entire video on that. But we have to move on. Next one, drinking coffee every day / just needing caffeine to survive. Propaganda I'm not falling for.
Or any energy
This goes
drink.
along with the nap one because everyone always hates on me for taking all the naps. So I'm like, hey, you had 7 coffees today, so don't talk to me about it.
Yeah, don't. What would you be doing if you didn't have coffee? You'd be dead on the floor.
Or it's not even coffee. It could be like Red Bull. It could be soda even.
It could be soda. It could be drugs.
I just don't. I will never start drinking coffee because I know it is a vibe. Like
a
drinking a
rabbit
little
hole.
coffee in the morning. It's warm. It makes you feel cool. But then you actually start needing it. You start depending on it, and then
You get a headache when you don't have it.
You can't last a day without having your coffee.
I'd rather depend on a nap. Skipping meals. It's just not for me. Propaganda I'm not falling for. I know some people do intermittent fasting for like health reasons.
And
I'm
it's
fine with
really
that.
good for you.
That's different. I'm just talking about like skipping meals and acting like it's cool. Like, oh, I skipped breakfast this morning. Yeah, so just saying that it's like flex. That's propaganda I'm not falling for. You're not gonna convince me that like that was cool that you skipped a meal and now you're hangry and everyone's annoyed. You know?
And like that's healthy, which in some cases it can be healthy, and I know that's really good for you. Fasting is also good for your soul. But
Just doing this, you can be like, I mean, I skip breakfast every day, so like making yourself a different breed. No, propaganda, not falling for it. Okay. My next one, I was at work the other day making a milkshake. Lifting tear tabs on milk jugs. That's propaganda I'm not falling for.
okay, this doesn't count as propaganda.
Yes, it
I'm not
does.
falling for it. This is something you're annoyed about.
No. You're saying this is a lift and tear tab, and I can't lift and tear it. I have to go like this around the edge of it and then tear it up. Why is the lift and tear tab there? It's not. That's propaganda. I'm not falling for it. Why are you saying that's not?
That is.
Yes, it is. I just convinced you. Okay.
Let's innovate something a little bit more
Better.
Yeah.
More better.
a little bit actually works.
Okay. Well then, that literally is all for me.
Gentle parenting.
Oh, gentle parenting. I'm gonna leave. That's the one I'm gonna leave there. Okay. Gentle parenting. Leaving that there. My other one is America's trash / the worst country. I cannot tolerate you saying that.
That's
about my
real
country.
propaganda.
That's propaganda. I will not be falling for.
That is real propaganda. That is the propaganda they are pushing in college where I go to school.
Yes. Okay, I could go on for hours about this, so I'm just not going to talk about it at all. But don't hate on my country, okay? You may not. You don't have to like me, but don't take it out on my country. It's the best country in the world, and I'm not ashamed to say that. Okay.
With 4th of July coming up, I think we need a spurt of patriotism and just think about how lucky we are. To
And also, to go along with that, In-N-Out is better than Whataburger or any other burger in the entire country, and you're not going to convince me otherwise.
When people try to compare In-N-Out
So
to
that's
anything,
propaganda I'm
just
not
like,
falling for, is them being like, oh, Whataburger, oh, In-N-Out, not that great. It's like, In-N-Out is fast food. Okay, it tastes better than any fast food you've ever tried, so just be honest and admit that, okay?
I'm really getting into every single controversy in this video. It's crazy.
Yeah. Okay, cheating trope, propaganda I'm not falling for. I think we've talked about this before, so I won't go into it, but that's specifically The Notebook being a good movie. I saw an edit the other day that was like, romantic comedies, and it was showing all these great romantic comedies, and The Notebook was in there, and I was like, ah,
That's not even a
what
comedy.
the heck? The only thing that's laughable about that movie is how annoying she is. How bad it is. And how bad it is. I'm sorry, that's not romantic. I don't think it's romantic. Okay?
Okay, that's all of our
That's all.
controversial
Thanks for
takes.
coming.
Our propaganda we're not
Hopefully love you. If we don't lose like 1,000 subscribers off of this, then we would have negative 250.
Please subscribe. We're trying to get 2,000.
So anyway, thanks for watching. Come back for more, unless we just really got you angry with this video. I hope we didn't. It's really not that deep, okay? I think that we can all move past our differences if we have any, and, you know, please leave a comment down below if you do disagree. I would love to have a chat in the comments. I love seeing your comments. The interaction we got on Emma and Brennan's video was absolutely through the roof. I'd love to see that on every video, okay?
Just the positivity, just any comment, really.
It makes my day when the YouTube studio
Even hate comments.
Video notification pops up. I'm not joking. I'm like, oh, I can't wait to get home from math so I can check what they commented.
And like comment this emoji. Like today, maybe comment the.
Comment the.
Yeah, comment the. Yeah, good. That's a good one. Comment that emoji if you stay till the end. And when I say that, I really mean you. You right there watching.
You
commented.
Yes, you.
If you don't have anything else to say,
and what's
comment
crazy is we got a comment that said, I don't usually comment on videos. I almost cried when I saw those words because literally right before that comment got posted, like a couple nights before I was going to bed, and I was thinking, when we had a comment of, I don't usually comment on videos that starts like that, we really made it. And someone commented that. I was like,
and just the whole comment was really touching. It was really making me like, wow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just finding my community through
this
YouTube channel.
Yeah, and I think building our community
Slow
brick
growth.
by brick, slow
and steady,
slow and low is just
and really, and really just making our community space on the internet. So the internet, it can be really volatile,
fickle.
So getting
a community,
a small, nice, just loving and like-minded community is really special.
And it's really valuable, something that you can't find a lot because of all of this instant fame that's happening. So we're gonna leave you with that. I feel like this was a really chaotic podcast, but I'm just really happy to be back filming normal podcasts, like normal podcasts.
Yeah, not like having special guests.
Yeah, I'm over that. We're gonna be doing our chill thing.
I have so many topics in my notes that we can think of and do. So get ready, stay tuned, subscribe, comment, all of the above. See you next time.
Love ya.
Bye.